The content you are about to view may contain strong language or offensive dialogue. Please feel free to send your angry letters. However, I won't read them. You've been warned, and thank you for watching. Hello everybody, this is Fino, and I just wanted to let you guys know that due to some technical difficulties, we did lose roughly 30 minutes of the podcast. Due to some technical issues, my computer crashed toward the end of the podcast, and I wanted to just let you guys know ahead of time. It's still fantastic. We get through and we talk about all the games we've been playing. We wanted to welcome back Dave, and it's just a good, fun time. However, it was cut short due to some PC technical issues and difficulties that I'll be addressing in the coming days. So thank you all very much for your patience, and we all, Zoodude, Dave, and myself, hope that you enjoy the Unwatchable Podcast episode 20. Thank you all very much, and please enjoy. Hello, everybody.
Hi, fuckers. Did you miss me?
What? You got to keep that.
Nobody missed you. And if you start every video like that, that'd be amazing. You'd have to upload videos, though, for that to be a thing. So,
Hi,
yeah.
fuckers.
You're going to take that back at one point. You're going to be like, please stop.
I'm
Please stop uploading videos.
I'm looking forward to that moment. So I'll just turn your notifications off, unsub, wait for the chaos to end, and then I'll come back. So, but hello, everybody. This is the Unwatchable Podcast. I am your host, your favorite little ghost, Fino, and joined, as always, by the Zoodude, the classic himself. And
why am I the classic? Is that an old person joke?
Yes, it is. We covered this, I think, 6 podcasts ago. Even Dave was here for it. And welcoming back. Welcoming back.
Can somebody walk me home?
I think you are home.
Holy shit. All right. We're all good.
And welcoming back after his 3-week hiatus, he has been to the moon. He has been around the world. He's
ate the cheese. He's very rested.
Every disease out there. He's back. It's Disaster Dave.
Chlamydia.
Have you completed Persona 5, though?
I thought your camera froze.
Yeah,
for a
I
minute.
think you're
was
breaking up.
Holy shit.
I think you're breaking up, sir.
No.
No, you haven't?
Have you played it?
No.
Oh, well.
Do you still own it?
Yes. It's over there at the bottom of my pile of games.
Your pile of games
Pile
under your
of-
computer?
It's at the bottom.
It's under your computer in your Steam library? Is that what you're talking about?
I moved that shit down. Fuck the alphabet.
Yeah. So, we're back. The Unwatchable Podcast. This is episode 20. We've been
Jesus
going.
Christ.
We're
I thought last time was 20.
No,
Isn't this
It
21?
feels
Can
like
I not
episode
count?
18.
you can't count.
I could have sworn we've already done 20.
19. Look it up. You have the internet open right now. Just go to my channel. You can see the last one that's up.
I'm lazy. I'm just going to take your word for it.
I even have YouTube up, and I'm still not going to look.
Great. So, yeah, we're gonna do what we do every week. We're gonna run through the games we've been
Just talk
playing.
about stupid shit.
That's
I can't believe
there
it.
too.
I'm surprised one person watches this, to be perfectly honest. It
Do you guys-
amazes me.
Do you guys watch the view count on the channel? See how many people watch it?
I do. It does well.
It fluctuates rapidly.
Yeah. As do I, sir.
That's true. So hopefully with Dave back, people are gonna actually start watching. I mean, maybe he's the key. I mean, nobody watches when
Yeah.
Razor's here. We've confirmed that. Both podcasts with Razor have been the lowest viewed podcasts.
And it's funny because you don't even put his face on the thumbnail. So Dave, you just have a lot of pull. They click in, they're like, "That's not Dave. He has too much hair on his head. Fuck this." And they unclick.
I used to have really curly hair. I used to have really long hair before that, actually. It was down to here.
And just life.
I think
just
Fino knew me
kicks you in the
during
ass.
that dark phase of my life.
It was very brief, and I remember knowing you for 1 year of having
Sexy.
hair, and then you showed up one day and it was gone, and I was like, dude, what happened to your hair? And he's like, yeah, my dad, he's bald. And I'm like, That explains
gonna
quite
happen
a
to
bit.
me. I just decided to take care of it now.
I respect that. Instead of doing like the long hair, half bald thing where like, it's like bald and thin up to here and they still got a long, like, fucking shitty looking junkyard ponytail hanging out the back. That's not a good look. Just take care of it. It's okay.
It's not a good look.
It's not.
So,
I
Dave.
freaked the fuck out of people last time I cut all my hair off. It was
Yeah?
pretty funny.
I don't know you.
You were there.
I do remember that. I was terrified to talk to you. You looked like a serial killer.
I still do.
It's the Hawaiian shirt, really.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
That's what gives it away.
No, I don't think there's ever been a serial killer that like wore a Hawaiian shirt when he just chopped people up into little pieces.
Didn't
But I think
Dexter
I
on that
think I'm all
TV show?
set.
He wore
I
a
think
Hawaiian
the
shirt every once in a while.
face.
The
Who?
rum's gone.
Dexter? Have you ever seen Dexter?
Of course I have, but he didn't have a big beard.
That's true. He
See,
did not
that's
have a
the
beard.
thing. I have like the serial killer face, but the body of
the final episode.
I never
I don't wanna
finished
talk about
Dexter.
that
It
show.
got boring.
Yeah. First 3 seasons were like, yeah, it was pretty good. Then it just turned to fucking, I don't know.
Ass.
But we're not here to talk about Dexter.
We're not. We are here to talk about games. And Dave, you have not been here for 3 weeks. So
Yeah.
I
Listen.
expect more than I played Final Fantasy and that's it. Give us some games, man. What have you been playing?
Let's see. I have been playing Final Fantasy XII: The Zodiac Age.
How
is that?
is that?
That is really good. I mean, the visuals haven't been upgraded a whole lot, but they actually hold up pretty well in this day and age. I want to say it came out, 10 years ago? 2007? Maybe like 2006?
Yeah, dude, I remember that shit came out. It was fucking amazing. Like, just like,
Yeah.
like how could a PS2, like Square Enix has always been really good at that, just pushing the graphics and like cinematics just
Oh, yeah.
makes every other game just look like ass, like what they do.
Yep, and I'm not super far into it. They've changed quite a bit with the whole class system that they have now.
Yeah.
You have to actually choose a class to put your
Hmm.
license points into, and you are locked into it once you choose it.
Oh,
And then I think later on you get the ability to either have a secondary class chosen or switch classes or something like that.
yeah.
But yeah, so pretty much you really have to choose what you want each character to do. If you want them to be a caster, healer, anything like that.
I don't know how I feel about it. I think that's all right because I remember I did that the first time I played. I like didn't know what the fuck I was doing, so I'm like, oh, I'll use some of like the two-handed swords, white magic, black magic, and then like,
Yep.
what's the main character's name?
Vaughn.
In that Vaughn, yeah, he was just useless
Worst
as a
name
fucking
ever.
like a fucking turd sandwich. It was just like, yeah, you just.
He's still
I'm gonna use
kind
the
of
sexy
is.
bunny lady and the homeless
Balthier.
hobo guy and the bandit. So everybody else can just take 5.
Yep.
The thing
Yeah,
that
it's
still
been-
pisses me off about that game is you can't. There's no bonga. You know, that was like my favorite race out of that. The Ivolus. Is it bonga or am I just making words up? The crocodile people that usually have like the shit on their eyes. I'm looking at.
Do they not have them in there?
They
Yeah,
have them
I
in
know
there,
what you're
but, like,
talking about.
You can't have one on your party in it. Fuck
Right.
Yeah, bonga.
Yeah,
'Cause,
because you have.
'cause I
you have
played-
a,
Final Fantasy Tactics Advance was like it's in that same universe, and yeah,
Yeah, I actually really liked Advanced. A lot of people didn't like it that much.
it was the tits.
I thought that it was really good. Of course, the original Final Fantasy Tactics is one of my favorite games still. But Advanced was really good. I never played Advanced A2.
I didn't either. I did like the Lost system where you'd go into battle and it's just like you can't use white magic and you're like, oh fuck, it just it made it like it made you like really adjust how you played like kind of randomly.
Yep. Or you forgot that it was there and you went to do something that was.
I'd always send people to jail. I'm like, fuck it, bitch. I need a cure. You're going to jail for a weekend. It's all right.
Yep. But so I played that for a few hours, and then I played Nier Automata. And that game is fucking awesome. I've put probably 5 or 6 hours into it right now, and it really feels open world. There's a lot of shit to do, a lot of side quests, a lot of different like customization. You can use different types of weapons, have different combos and shit like that. It's really, really fun. I've been enjoying it. And then I played Final Fantasy XIV. They released the new Savage mode of the raid
Savage.
this past week, and I pugged the first and second floors of it and cleared them. And I haven't tried beyond that because the next two are just stupid in how fucking ridiculous they are with their mechanics.
So what was the bet when you're supposed to stop playing? Is it the
August
beginning
1st.
or the end of August? August 1st.
5 days. Or 6, I don't know. I don't know how many days are on this month. I don't want to check. Fine, 6 days.
6 days. Is it? I think 5.
Did we
Maybe
place
5.
any actual bet on this?
No, I'm not that stupid. Something that's so easy as you just have to log in to prove me wrong, I'm not going to put something on that. I mean, that would be really
I
stupid.
mean, you wouldn't know anyway because Razor hasn't logged on in like 3 weeks.
I should have made the bet on him.
Right. Right.
I don't know. Game still looks good. I hear good things about it, so
Yeah.
just can't do
It's
it.
been awesome. Best expansion that I've seen in an MMO in a very long time.
So are you just not playing Persona anymore? Are you going to finish it?
I am going to finish
And
it.
also-
at
He's
some
never
point.
going to
seriousness.
finish it. He's
Yeah.
never going to finish it. That's a bet that I would probably put money on.
No, I thought about it over this past weekend, but just didn't end up doing it.
Yeah, your computer too heavy?
Yes, it is pretty heavy. It's a full case.
You'll never finish it. Ever. It's never going to happen. Ever. Ever,
Check
ever,
tape.
ever. So, is that all you've been playing? Just...
Yeah, that's all I've been
This
playing,
weekend?
those 3 games.
So, Nier is a game that I'm really curious. Have you beat it yet?
No.
You said 5 hours, bro. That's like,
So,
It's quite a long game, I think.
Yeah,
it is
it's
a
like
long
a-
game, but not in the typical scenario of a long game. It's a game that, in order to beat, you have to beat it multiple times.
Mhm.
It's one of
Oh,
those. It's one of
weird.
those games where the game progressively.
it's like a Majora's Mask type of deal.
Yeah.
That's a little different, but it's like the same thing over and over again.
I don't
What
know.
was the other one that did that? Didn't it 13 Part 3? I didn't play, but that wasn't kind of like the same. Had a concept like that.
13.
No
Like,
idea.
So
you
Lightning
continually go back in time.
Lightning Returns had a
Isn't it
time
sometimes-
element to it, but I don't think
Yeah,
I don't think
yeah.
it redid it. I think it was literally you have to beat the game in so much time. I don't think there was a replay to it.
Fuck is this Sonic the Hedgehog? Nobody wants to do that. I want to take my time.
Yeah,
Um,
something really cool that I liked about Nier is a lot of times when you're running around, the camera angle will change in a way that makes it kind of like a 2D platformer if you have anything that you have to like do a
That's
jump
cool.
puzzle
Like Crash
type thing or
Bandicoot.
anything like that. Or yeah, kind of. Or there's
You get
ships that
those
you can be in. There's ships that you can be in where you can fire, machine guns, missiles, and they can transform into robots and stuff like that, and they change the
Robots
angle
in
to, like, a
disguise?
top-down. It becomes like a top-down shooter at that point. So I thought that was pretty cool. That's pretty well done.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about it.
Yeah.
But I haven't looked at anything because it's one of those games that I'm like, yeah, in like 5 years, I think I'm gonna have the time to play it, so I don't want to spoil anything.
It's like the developer of that game, like I truly like admire. Like he was asked in an interview, he's like, so why did you make the main character, have such a short skirt, and like what does that have to do with the aesthetic? And it was kind of a reference question to the whole Metal Gear Solid thing, like why does that one character like pretty much
Rain
naked?
or whatever.
And like
Awesome.
it was kind of like
I'm
a
not
follow-up question to that, and he's like, I like pretty girls. That's what he said. And like Nier's a game where you can literally like flip the camera around and just look
That's
up
it.
her like skirt. Like the game
You don't
is-
even need to flick it around. If she's just running, you're gonna see up it.
right. It's a very anime
Heyo.
game. And his
Right.
justification was literally I like pretty girls. So,
Yeah.
Whatever.
as long as you're like upfront, it's like don't be surprised that people like sexuality, like even if it's in cartoony form. Like I hate it like that because clearly, like it seems like I'm gonna try to trap you into like make you seem like a fucking pervert who can't admit it. It's just like no, just like sexy things.
I've talked about hentai many a times here on the
That's
podcast, and I'm not gonna shy away from it.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
probably
Andy
a lot of
Kopara.
it for this game.
Probably.
Yeah.
Overwatch is like one of the number one like animated porn things. Like, there's just the craziest
I
shit
could-
out there for that.
I
It's
can
like,
neither confirm nor deny that I may have seen some, and it was very disturbing. Still don't like that game, but you know,
Well, that should make you feel good then, watching the characters of the game get fucked.
yeah, Reinhardt's a beast. Let me tell you something.
I love watching Jim Sterling. He does reviews of the browser porns, and he like
Yeah,
edits it all out
the
and
way he does
describes
that,
what's
very-
going on.
It's incredible. Yeah,
I have not seen that, and I think I
It's-
need that in my life
It's
now.
so good. He does the Metal Gear Solid
was
one.
funny.
I think there's
I
an
think the-
Overwatch one.
yeah. The Overwatch one. I remember the
Oversnatch?
Overwatch one where he's just like, yeah, he's like, the chick who was playing Black Widow really seemed to understand the character. The guy playing Reaper he was just there to fuck her. You know, it was just funny where he's just like she really understood what this character was about.
It's amazing. Just, it takes, like, that is a special type of YouTuber that will go through all of the effort to literally blur an entire porn and talk over it just to get away with it on YouTube.
Yeah.
It is fantastic. So, Zudude, what have you been
Hi.
playing this week?
I give you one guess.
I'm going to go with Hearthstone.
I'm gonna turn my webcam off. All right. It's been nice. No, you know what it is.
Justice 2, we all know.
You're right. I can't like. I was thinking about this today. Like, I can't stop. Like, I'll play and like I'll have like a decent like even if I have like a bad night. Like last night started all right, kind of turned to shit pretty quick. You know, I went back and saw my wife. She's like, "Oh, you got really mad in there." I'm like, I get a little pissed off. but then like the next day, I'm like thinking of, all right, so like in this scenario, I should have done this, or these are type of things I need to work on. So like I'm thinking about it outside of the game, like stuff I need to improve on or try. And so which makes me motivated to come in. Like I think it's just, you know, that's what like the fighting games are about, is just that continual progress and trying to get better and try new things. And it's just like endless. So it's just got its hooks. But I will be trying out a new game that will probably turn up on next week's videos.
What's that?
Ooh.
Street Fighter V, which I didn't think I was ever going to play because I really don't like. So there's a big whole kerfuffle about how when that game came out, it was just kind of it was incomplete. There was no story mode. It had a pretty limited roster. You know, they pretty much have designed it for DLC, like character passes, additional things. So within the course of a year, it's very odd because it's like the first game, like Street Fighter game, there's no arcade mode, which I think when they initially made it, they just thought people wanted to play online. Like that was their main player base. That's what people wanted. So they just kind of, you know, made a online multiplayer game. But I don't think they realized how many like casual people just like to pop in the game, like don't want to play online, just want to play arcade mode a bit, have some fun with friends or whatever, and that's it. So it's the whole history behind it's very interesting. So it was pretty much like a big commercial flop. Like critically, it was well received. Like, you know, Street Fighter is just like kind of top dog as far as fighting games. But what really made it successful is they really pushed the esports side of it. It's like the biggest fighting game tournament out there. It has the most views, so that's really what has kept it alive and successful. And they've added stuff in now. There's like story mode and different things you do. So it's a more complete game now, like a year and a half later. And I believe they're supporting it up to like 2020.
Wow.
So they're going to keep adding stuff into it. And then I think around that point, whenever the next like generation of consoles comes out, that's usually when they release like the new Street Fighter. They typically stay with like one version for a pretty extended period of time. So I don't know. Like I'm interested. I've liked Street Fighter. I remember when Street Fighter 4 came out, I got really into the whole Street Fighter genre for like a good year. Like I got all the anthologies for like PlayStation 2, played all those, really dug it. And then I think I just always blame WoW. It just sinks its dirty crack hooks into me, and then I just forget about all the games for like years upon years.
I really was into Tekken.
I think I'm gonna pick up Tekken next. So the thing about my games, like, if I don't like, I have to like the roster. So like, Street Fighter, I'm familiar with these characters. I like since Street Fighter 2. Ryu, Ken, M. Bison. By the way, interesting fact. So in Japan, M. Bison is the black boxer who's based off Mike Tyson, and his name is Mike Bison. So they changed it to the dictator guy because they didn't want to get sued by Mike Tyson as because it's pretty much the same guy. It's like, oh, it's not Tyson, it's Bison. So they changed. It's like 3 characters: M. Bison, Balrog, and Vega. So in America, M. Bison is the dictator, and Balrog's the boxer, and Vega's the claw man, the Spaniard. So in Japan, what is it? I think it's fucked up. M. Bison is Balrog. Vega is something. I can't remember. Jesus, my brain. But whatever. I'm excited. There's a tangent for you. The thing what I'm looking forward to in Street Fighter is they actually have a like clear ranking system. So like you start out rookie, go to bronze. There's 3 levels of bronze, 3 levels of silver, 3 levels of gold. I think 2 platinum, and then master at the top. And you actually have like your rank as far as like all the online players. So I'm gonna try it out for a while. If it's something that I think I'm gonna stick with, I'll probably do like a road to gold type of series of me just working towards this next ranking, which should be interesting.
Nice.
Yeah.
What else have you been playing? Just Injustice? Pretty
much. I got Persona right there, and it hasn't made out of its case.
Shocker.
Like I had a couple days of like fucking 4 to 6 hours on Justice. I'm like, well, that was the thing I did. And I'm still ass at the game. I did get a good compliment, though. One of my subscribers said, hey, this video is a lot less cringy than the last one.
Yeah. That was somebody actually said that?
Yes.
That's like
right now.
That's like way better than you're disgusting. It's like this video was less disgusting than the last.
I'm gonna pull up. Yeah. A lot less cringy than the last video. Haha, good to see you making progress. I'll take that as a win.
You got to take what you can on the internet, right? I mean,
that's right. But I was thinking, I'm like, I know we'll know when we've made it when we start getting regular dislikes for no like apparent fucking reason, and like just shitty, stupid comments.
That's
when you.
I got some dislikes today for no apparent fucking reason.
It was.
I disliked it. I'll tell you the reason. Because you're playing fucking Hearthstone. That's why you got a dislike.
Oh. I guess that's a decent segue into... Yeah. I played Hearthstone this week. It's Hearthstone. I mean, if you haven't played Hearthstone before, I mean, where have you been? I mean, is really what it comes down to.
I couldn't watch you play it. Like seriously.
I did good. I won. I was like kicking ass.
Yeah, it wasn't you. Like I have no problem with your commentary. It's just that fucking game is just being away from it for so long, and like just getting like once you step out of like the Blizzard like cock-sucking circle, and you kind of realize like, oh, those games are pretty shitty, and you look at them like really objectively, like just like disregard Blizzard, Activision, the fan base, and if you just look at for what the games are and like how they are, like they're not very good. Like Hearthstone's just like, you know, all card games are RNG based. Hearthstone is the most RNG based fucking just put all the best shit in your deck and you'll win crap. Like I don't see a lot of strategy in that game. You know, correct me if I'm wrong, but a lot of it seems like if you got all the good cards, you stand a really good chance. Whereas there are other games where you can have like not the best cards, but if you know what you're doing and you're good at the game, you can pull out a win. Whereas
Right.
Hearthstone is just like, yeah, good luck. Like if you use the basic deck, you're pretty much fucked if you want to get anywhere.
I think it's Hearthstone struggles from the fact that it's like the card game right now, and because it's the card game, net decking is a big issue with that card game, and it's one of the things that I've complained. I actually complained about it in one of my earlier Duelist episodes, and that is when you play a card game that's online, there's an inherent problem with net decking, and net decking takes a lot of what I find personally fun in a game, and that is building a deck, playing that deck, getting your ass kicked by using that deck, and then tweaking that deck over many, many plays and edits until that deck can actually do something. And you lose that with net decking. And that's what ruined
So I
Hearthstone
don't
for
play
me.
Magic anymore. Besides it being too expensive, that was the issue. Is like, you know, people just copy the pros decks and, you know, would beat out everything. Like, unless you specifically play with people who just like, no, I just want to play my own thing.
Right.
Like, you're just gonna lose. And it's not like these person like sat there and said like, like if I use these cards with this and do this combo or whatever, and like they figured out, they just like, well, copy paste. Here's a couple $100. Now I'm just gonna win.
Right. And coming back to Hearthstone, I haven't played it in about a year, I want to say. It's been quite some time since I played Hearthstone. It was fun. It was a fine card game. And one of the main reasons why I came back to play it was because I'm playing a lot of card games on my channel. Like, I'm a card game channel currently. And
That's who you are.
I was curious to see how after 1 year of just not touching Hearthstone and not watching Hearthstone, I unsubbed from all the Hearthstone guys. And it was actually Total Biscuit mentioned it in a podcast a couple of weeks ago, mentioned that he hasn't touched Hearthstone either. And I was like, maybe I'll go back and I'll check it out and see what's happened. They have a new expansion coming out, which I had no idea was a thing. It's the Lich King. He's coming back, I guess. But jumping into it and playing it and just kind of, I had a good time playing it, but I have more fun playing Duelist. And I have more fun playing Minion Masters. And honestly, I had more fun playing Gwent. And I had more fun playing Pokemon. Like, I've had so much more fun playing all of these other card games that did something to mix up the genre. The only game that I haven't had as much fun with was Eternal, which is it was basically Hearthstone. The only difference is you draw your mana and you have to play your mana from your hand. Like, it was literally Hearthstone, and I didn't enjoy that nearly as much. Whereas Minion Masters, Duelist, Shardbound, all of these other ones that I've played on my channel, they've done something to take the genre and iterate on it to make it something unique and special. And so I'm going to dabble, I think, in Hearthstone, like maybe over the next couple weeks. Because I do like the Tavern Brawls. That's one thing I do like. The Tavern Brawls are fairly fun. It's just random shit with funny dialogue and random events and whatever going on. But the actual, like, playing the meta or trying to get into Standard or Wild or whatever year of the mammoth it was, I don't know. There's so much shit going on in that game now. I'm like, this is like, I just wanted to get a deck and go play for a few minutes. And, like, just to log into the game, I had to go through a triple battle thing that I could not get out of.
I saw that.
Like,
I was like, that's fucking, like, it's like clearly your Jaina Padmore is level 29. It's like, I think he knows how to play the fucking game.
I've been here before.
But apparently it's just like, oh, you've been away. You've forgotten everything. It's like, well, no, like, it's not very complicated.
Yeah.
I think we can handle it.
It was, I don't know, it was fun, but I don't recommend Hearthstone to anybody. It's not something I would recommend. And obviously it's not what my viewers like because it got disliked. Thanks a lot, Zoodude. And
Well, just let me know.
Dave, I'm assuming you were the other one. if not Razor. Everyone just disliked that fucking video. So my channel was perfect. I had like 100% dislike ratio this month. I put up Hearthstone and it goes pew. So it only got 7 views. It didn't do well. Yeah. It just.
And also, I mean, how many fucking people are making Hearthstone? I mean, it's like big fucking channels. Like, I don't think anybody's like got a hard on for like a, you know, nothing against you, like looking for like a new casual Hearthstone player. Everybody wants like the net deckers and what have you. But watching you play that made me realize, since I watched like pretty much all the card games you've been playing since then, like how boring that fucking game is to watch. Like how much I hate it's. You go, I go, and there's no interaction in between. Like, I know Gwent type of does that, but Gwent, you know, you're always thinking of, well, if I play too much shit, then, like, I'm fucked the next round.
Right.
You know, there's a lot more strategy in it, so it's not, you know, you're taking turns. It's like chess. Like, you're thinking so far ahead of Hearthstone. It's just like, I hope I draw the next, like, fucking Pyroclasm and just melt this asshole.
Right.
Have you looked at your Hearthstone video in, like, the past half an hour?
No, what's it at?
6 dislikes.
Wow. That'll teach you.
Wow. 6? How many views?
Like
it only had 7 views. How many views is it up to?
I don't know.
That's good, bro.
Bad. I gotta look at this shit. What's going on over here?
That's more than every other video on your channel combined, isn't it?
It is.
No, our pit people. Somebody just didn't like us and disliked everything for a period of time.
But, your pit people got hit way harder than my pit people, though, which was really weird, too.
Man, I'm fine with that. It all counts the same.
It's got 13 views, 1 like, 5 dislikes. I don't know where you're getting 6 from.
I mean, those look very similar.
That's still not very good. That's just...
No.
That's brutal.
Well, it's just not, like, I don't know. Yeah, like I just don't like the game. I liked it like the things I think they did right that I actually liked are like the campaign things they do, which I think are fucking overpriced. But like I like those type of single player challenge type things where it goes outside of the kind of norm of the game where you got to just kind of do some crazy shit. I like that. The online is just garbage. Like, thank God you can't really talk to people on that. You can just emote, because at least they figured that out, that people would just probably say the most obscene shit, make League of Legends look like fucking, I don't know, Angry Birds the movie. Just kindergarten.
I can't.
But it's just...
I almost made it through the month with no dislikes.
Yeah.
And now I've got 5.
Good news is they count just the same as likes, so
that's true.
Metrics wise, you're fine. It doesn't really. I mean, FYI to everybody out there, like you wonder why there's so much like fucking shit talking YouTube videos. It's because dislikes generate just as many metrics, so you're just helping them out.
That's true.
Help us out too. You can dislike my shit. I don't care.
Still like mine. Like mine. I don't like dislikes. But, I was doing so well.
It's just like. You know, they haven't really done. I mean, I haven't followed it, but it doesn't seem like they've changed. Like, so like other card games, they add or change mechanics. I know Hearthstone adds like different mechanics, like different character things, but I don't know. It needs something more. Like, I think the character power thing is just really mundane. Like, some of them are good, some of them are just kind of shit. There's some. It's just like it's just a pretty. Generic. I mean, it's a game designed to just play on your phone while you're pooping and just spend space coins on it to get more cards, and it turned into this big thing that people play on their desktop and play in, like, there's fucking tournaments with like big sums of money online, and it's just I'm still flabbergasted by this whole how successful Blizzard is at esports. Like StarCraft, I get, like that's like fucking South Korea's national sport. It's goddamn StarCraft. But and there's a lot of like that's an actual strategy game, so it's like all right, kind of I get it, you know. But like Overwatch and Hearthstone, like I've said it so many times, but I think we're gonna look back at this moment like 10 years from now and just like, what the fuck were people thinking? Like, it's just, you know, it's just like, I don't know, playing football with ducks or something, just obscene. That doesn't make any sense of like, why are people getting paid six-figure sums for playing this game that, like, you know, it's like having a professional like craps table, like with players, like, oh, I'm sponsored. It's like, well, I hope you picked the right number, motherfucker, because that's about all the skills involved in that.
Yeah, so as of this moment, I will not be playing Hearthstone again on my channel. I've just uninstalled it.
Success. We've won.
You guys have won. I'm assuming it's really a lot of my community is so far they're watching like Duelist, and there's
you
an
play
internal...
like a lot of like indie card games that like are, you know, they're fighting the man. They're against Hearthstone. Then you just like sold yourself out.
I didn't sell
That's
myself
why people are
out.
upset.
I wanted to see what it was
too.
like after a year. Like,
You know what it's like? It's shite.
there's
I could have
no
told
reason...
you that, and I haven't even touched it.
I haven't touched Hearthstone since my channel came back. Hearthstone, literally my channel launched off of Hearthstone a year and a half ago. I just thought it would be cool to go back and play it for a little while here on the channel and just like look back at that kind of moment. And obviously people hate that.
You learn.
I learned that if you play indie card games, don't fucking touch Hearthstone.
Or if you do touch it, just shit talk it the whole time. Don't go, this is all right. Like, fuck
but
you.
I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to sit there and say I didn't have a good time. I enjoyed playing the game. Like, there were shiny colors. They threw packs at me. I had a good time for the 40 minutes I played the game. But am I going to say Hearthstone is way better than Duelist? No. God, no. Duelist is literally the best card game.
This is an actual game.
Right.
It's like it's a fucking legitimate game.
And
Some fucking
it's
like
fantastic.
flick'em game.
So, yeah, I've been playing off of Hearthstone before this video gets 800 dislikes. Hearthstone,
I dare you,
Duelist,
motherfuckers. I dare you.
Duelist is something I've still been playing. I've played it a lot more this week.
Good.
I'm already 10 hours into the game, I think. I have cleared... I did an episode that's going to come out on Friday where I just like sat down and I'm like, all right, guys, this video is going to be me going through all of the challenges. We're going to go clear them all out. You guys can watch it. If that's not your cup of tea, you've already done them. That's fine. I'll see you in episode 10. Some of those challenges, like, they really take your brain, shake it around, and then like throw it down on the table. Like,
Me every day.
you have to play the cards in the exact right order. You have to move your character. Like, it's a little, it's a legit
I like that shit.
puzzle that you have to solve, and it was super fun. There's a moment there's a couple moments during the video where I'm like literally sitting and staring at my screen, just going, I don't know what to do. I have no idea.
So is it like it says like, here's the cards you have, here's the objective, figure it out.
You have
Yeah.
says you
So
have
I don't
one
like
turn
that,
to kill
like-
the general, and they give you
Yeah.
what you need. And
Right. But the thing is, like, those are fantastic because I forget what it was. I think Yu-Gi-Oh had something like that, where it's just like, here are the cards you need to beat, like, do whatever challenge, like, survive or kill this.
Mhm.
And it, like, really it helps you improve a lot because, like, it's just shit that, like, you, like, rarely come across of in a normal thing, but like forcing you to like do it over and over and over and like figure it out, like, helps make it stick in your brain and kind of makes you think on a whole different level.
yeah.
And it really progresses where, like, without that, like, you know, over a course span of time, you're going to run into those situations, but you're not going to have like that redo button right there. Like, you only have like speculations of like, you look back and you're like, all right, if I played this, and this turn, maybe I could have done that. Where like the game just kind of like tells you like, no, this is how you do it. When you do it, it says, yeah, you did it.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Like, I know that it's probably going to be my least viewed episode of Duelist because I think a lot of the people who are watching my Duelist series, just by the comments and the interactions I've had, they're people who are like welcoming me into the community as a new player, which is one of the coolest things
That's cool.
I've ever had. I got a comment today and like, it was fantastic. The guy was super nice. He's like, it's so nice to see a new player joining Duelist. He said, here are some tips and tricks going forward. He left a bunch of suggestions, and like it was super cool. And
Man, I don't get that shit. I just tell like, well, you're not as cringy. Good job. That's about all I've gotten.
Yeah, all of
or you're disgusting.
It's really interesting to see the way that the different communities around card games open up for people. Like Minion Masters has been super great as well. Although Beta Dwarf, you still haven't called me. What the fuck? I'm playing all of your games on my channel. Notice me, senpai. Come on.
Eat a slut.
It's like
so I was thinking about that actually today about gaming communities, how they're very different, and like what sparked it was I was watching this older video about this YouTuber called Maximilian Dude, who's a pretty prominent fighting game guy. I mean, he's got like almost 700K subs at this moment. You know, they've been doing it for a long time, and like it was this old video where he was getting flack for making like tutorial videos to help like noobs and scrubs, and like he's ruined the community. And like where that comes from was this era that I was kind of briefly a part of you know, the arcade scene, where if you wanted to play a fighting game, you know, you don't do it at home. You go to the arcade, you put your money up, and that's like, you know, there was that whole rite of passage of if you weren't good enough, you know, people are just gonna like take your money essentially. Like you're gonna put your quarters in, they're gonna beat the fuck out of you, and until you go through that like trial of fire and prove that, you know, you can play or you've learned enough, you know, then people like very like, I don't know, like very like archaic, like tough man bullshit of like once you can do this shit, then we accept you, but until then, like you're nothing.
Like alpha male into the pride.
Yeah, and I think that like I think it's less obviously now, but it's like fucking almost 20 years later. But you know, when you start out with that, and that's where it comes from, like there's part of that that's never gonna go away. And like I haven't experienced it yet, but I know at some point I'm gonna get some shit. But I'm not like saying I'm anything I'm not. You know, my whole shtick is that like I'm going in this as kind of beginner and showing like if you put the time in, put the work in, like you can progress. That's the whole thing. Like I'm not trying to show you don't have to spend fucking 6 to 10 hours a day doing this. You can just have a life, put some time into it, and you'll get better.
Right.
But it's a very like, you know, again, it's very competitive. So there's that whole thing of like you got to like prove yourself. And then versus like the Destiny community, which is like basically like, I don't know, like the LBGT fucking parade. Like they'll just welcome anybody, and like you with like the love, which is incredible. Like it's like probably like one of the friendliest and like open communities, gaming wise, I've ever been, you know, played in. Everything else has been probably mostly positive, but like there's always that negative part of it, which is just people. I don't think it's online gaming. I think that's just people being people. But it is interesting how different communities have, it's like their own little nations. Like they have their own culture, right, their own feel. You know, some are very like close in. It's just interesting.
Yeah, I'm super.
And I am scared of the fighting game community. Like I think I've been lucky of people, but like I just know at some point it's good. I mean, I get online all the time.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever been called the N-word more times in my life than I have playing Injustice 2, which it's I don't know how I feel about it.
It's one of those things where as smaller YouTube channels, like we're not going to see the same flack that I think a bigger channel would.
Yeah.
I feel like playing a wide range of different card games works right now for me. If I was a larger channel, I feel like I would have to like focus on one, and I'm already kind of getting to that point. I would like to find the one card game and just be able to stick with it, and that's why I've been playing so many. And I think I mentioned this last week on the podcast or the week before that I was talking to my wife about finding a card game that wasn't attached to any specific lore that was previously in other games. Like Hearthstone has World of Warcraft and Warcraft.
Right.
You've got Eternal, which I don't know what its lore is, but it was pretty much Hearthstone and I hated it. And you've got Minion Masters, which touches on all of the Forced games, also developed by Beta Dwarf. You've got Gwent, which is Witcher. And Duelist is its own shit. And I think that's one of the biggest reasons why I've just kind of landed on it, because it takes me back to my childhood of playing cards, and it takes me back to my childhood of like playing tactics games and like sitting there on my Game Boy and playing Fire Emblem. Like it combines those two genres so flawlessly that it's just really, really cool. And the possibilities
I would
are
say
nuts.
at this point, I think Duelist is your, like, it just fits you the most. Like Mini Masters is also, it's like a very Fino game, but I would say the feel of Duelist and how it plays is more your style. Whereas Mini Masters is it's a little chaotic. It's a little out there. There's a lot of strategy to it. But Duelist, it seems like it has more of that strategy. And when you put on like the whole strategy board like chess, it creates a different thing where you're in complete control and doing all those things. And it seems like it has a little more, like, I didn't feel like Mini Masters has, like, the deck is as big as a factor as it is in Duelist. Like, it seems like Duelist, like how you construct it, has a really big impact, because it seems like it's a 30-card deck or something.
I think it's 40.
Is it 40? Yeah. So, like, and Mini Masters is like what, like 10 to 12-ish? Like, it's a lot smaller because it's constantly rotating, which fits that game, whereas Duelist kind of is starting to fall into what, like, the like Yu-Gi-Oh! And Magic and Pokemon have in real card games, where mathematics start to apply, where he's like, all right, I got this % chance to get this card, so like you have to start figuring out different combos and like waiting for that one good card to get, and like really building your deck to your advantage. I think it just seems like it has a little more substance versus Mini Masters.
It's definitely got a lot more depth to it than Minion Masters. I mean, Minion Masters, I would really think that the level of depth of Mini Masters, is reaction time. Mini Masters is a very quick game, and I mean, I'm not super reactionary.
I had no idea what we were doing. The whole games we were playing, just like, whatever, Snake Man, go.
And it relies less on the cards, and more about the skill of where you place your cards, positioning, and time that you put into it. You could be a very average player like myself, still manage to just play the game enough that you can make it to like gold, which is where I'm currently sitting. And I feel like if I just sat and I played an entire video where I just played the same deck that I know I can win, I know I can make it through gold into the next tier, but there is definitely going to be a spot where I hit and it's just like...
it seems like it's very like, you either play the deck that just works, or you play the gimmick deck that's kind of fun and you do crazy shit, but it's a gamble if you're going to win or not. Right. Like sometimes you can catch somebody for like, and it seems like, because like I know what's his name, Fireworm or whatever the dude's name that constantly gives you deck advice in your Mini Master videos. Worm Fury. Like he'll give you a deck and say like, hey, try this, and like the ones that like just win aren't as fun to watch, because you just fucking mow somebody down. It's just like, all right, well, okay, that was a thing.
Yeah.
Whereas if you play like, well, I'm gonna try this thing that might not work and it's just kind of fucking crazy, that's just more entertaining.
Right.
At least from a YouTube video perspective. Like I'm sure if you were just not making a video on it, you're at home and you want to win, you're gonna play the fucking deck that just mows people down and just wins 80% of the time versus the fun deck.
Right.
Maybe. I don't know.
I tend to pick the fun deck. That's what I prefer to play. I'd rather lose and have a good time than win over and over and over and not be having fun. Like playing with Razor this week. I played with him for the Monday episode. And
I see how it is.
I played with you last week for the Monday episode.
I guess I'm just asked now.
Wow.
I see.
I thought it would be fun. I think, Dave, I'd love to do an episode with you as well. And I think I'm going to do an episode with Worm Fury, actually, soon, too.
Oh, that'd be good.
So...
is he German? I would I would just love it if you... Damn it, dude.
He is not. He is not German. I had a chat with him.
Tell him to do a German accent. Like, hello, this is Worm Fury. We're going to play some Minion Masters and kick some ass today. With my good friend Fino, he's not very good, but I think we can win.
But when I played with Razor, we were losing. We weren't doing very well.
Scheiße.
It started out really bad, and we were both like playing basic decks. And I was like, all right, you know what? I'm just gonna play my gimmick decks. I don't care. I'm gonna have fun while we're playing. And I was like, I'm gonna do this. So I just started playing my spell deck, and I was like, this is fun. And I was like, I wonder if I can play this spell deck with no minions. So I went and I edited it. I took all of the minions out of my deck, and I was like, Razor, protect me. And like literally I would take the purple golem, the arcane golem, and he would just keep one of the bridges flooded, and like I would just lob cheap spell after cheap spell, and the arcane golem like grows and gets more powerful, he gets more HP, more attack speed, like, and more attack. And like I was spamming it. I had like golems getting up to like level 15 and level 16, and they were like gods by the time they reached the other side of the board. And like there was nothing they could do. And like if they took out the first one, there was already one behind him who I'd also been buffing. Like, so the video was really, really fun to put together, and kind of where when we played Zoodude, we just literally just grabbed 2 decks and kind of played. But I think there's a lot of really good potential for like crafting each deck around what the other person's going to be able to do.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I definitely think playing that, like, because it's just, you can't really apply a very complex strategy, I think, with 2 people, because it's just so chaotic. But doing something like that, where it's just like, all right, my deck is just going to completely, like, if the 2 decks just completely complement each other, where it's not like just 2 decks going at it, but like you basically use both of you as one deck,
right,
type of thing. I think that's where that's going to be real fun. Seems like it'd have a lot of potential for just really interesting things that you couldn't do in a single player. Like you said, like, because I don't think if you did a solo deck just all spells, I think you'd just get fucking pooped on pretty quick.
I tried it today. Today, as in the day we're recording this, and yeah, it was one of the few episodes I've ever put up where I think I lose every game. It was bad. It was rough, but it was fun. And like, that's really what it comes down to, is I don't care if I lose over and over and over. Like, I went from gold 1 at the beginning of this week. I was gold 1, and then I went all the way back up to like gold 4, which isn't good. And then I worked my way all the way back down to like gold 1. Now I'm sitting at like gold 3. Like, so I'm like living inside of this little gold purgatory, because it's like I use one deck that I know wins, and I go all the way back down to 1, and I'm like, all right, let's gimmick it up for a few videos and have some fun. And then I go all the way back up to 4, and I'm like, well, this sucks. The month's almost over. I want to be as low as possible at the end of the month, so my bonuses will go up. And it's fun. I still love it, but like you said, Duelist, I think, does have a lot more depth. And I'm really excited to start getting really into the game. That whole Pokemon thing is starting to happen to me again, where I'm sitting here just scratching to open packs. It's not going to be good. My wife came into the room today after I was done recording, and she's like, what were you recording? I was like, I was recording Duelist. And she's like, oh yeah? And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to buy some more packs. Which one do you think I should buy? And she was like, well, you're better at math. Get the one with the best value. And I was like, I don't know if I want to buy the one that's $150. So that was a conversation that she kind of just turned around and left the room. So
that's where you don't say that. You go, okay. And then you buy the $150 one and say, but you told me to get the best value.
I need her to.
Clearly the best.
She needs to be there to rein me in. If she doesn't rein me in, Pokemon will happen again, and I'm gonna sit here with.
She can rein you in after you've made the purchase. This is how you learn, and you still win because you made the purchase.
When they find your dead body, we'll put on your tombstone, he bought the best value.
I still have all of these, and I haven't figured out what to do with them.
I'll sell you mine for cheap.
I don't want them. I have so many now. What am I gonna do with them? It's like
mine have all the good cards in it.
I don't know what I'm gonna do with them. I'm thinking about like giving them out in like videos randomly and saying, "Hey, you guys want some Pokemon cards? Here's a code."
Fuck. What?
I don't know. There's so many of them, and like I don't know. I know I still have viewers who like Pokemon, so maybe I'll just start putting them up in videos or putting them in comment sections.
Everybody likes Pokemon.
Everyone loves Pokemon, I know, right? But I don't know. I still buy packs every once in a while. I mean, there's more codes sitting up there in the other pack. I've got a stack of cards right there. I just keep buying packs and opening them up and getting cool stuff, and it's fun.
I've been selling mine.
Have you?
Yeah, I sold a bunch of Magic cards and a few Pokemon. Like Magic tends to hold its value more because Wizards of the Coast is better at printing it because they know there's a whole
Black
economy
market.
around their cards, so they don't think Pokemon doesn't give a fuck. They'll fucking mass produce the shit out of it. Like what was it? Roaring Skies was like out of print. Had like one card in that was worth like $70 and shit. Everybody wanted. And you know what they did? They're like, fuck it, second printing, crashed that shit so quick. They're like, whatever. Like they don't give a fuck. So generally, Pokemon, like obviously the super secret shit's worth money because it's rare. But if you look at the pricings, it drops from like, there's usually one like $60 to $40 card. And it goes down. You have a few at the 30 to 20, couple in the 10 range, 10 to 15, then it fucking drops like 5. You think you have a good full art rare, it's like, nah, it's worth like $2. Like it's worth less than the fucking pack you bought, sir.
I still have
And it
that
just drops.
the gold trimmed energy card.
Might be worth something.
The-
I tell you what, Tapu Lele's worth a fucking bank. I sold mine for like 35 or $38.
Really? Didn't I pull one of those too?
I don't know what you pull. You do that on your own time.
I think I have one. I think we both pulled one. So
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know if I want
Money.
to sell them. I might hold on to them. I don't know.
I
what I'm gonna
do
with 'em.
because I wanted to buy a fight stick and I couldn't justify it. So I said, well, I'm gonna sell these Magic cards and shit that I'm just sitting here.
I still have unopened Mimikyu pin box behind me. It's
I don't know
got
if that's
three
anything.
packs in it with the Mimikyu pin.
Oh fuck! I took a picture of something.
Did you? You figured out how to use a phone after all
Yeah.
these years?
Not really, because obviously I didn't send it to you. So, keep talking while I try to figure this out.
Other games I've been playing. I played Forced, the original game by Beta Dwarf. I played that with my wife. It's a co-op game. It's a lot of fun. We're gonna keep playing that on the channel. It's very hard. The game actually prompts you with a warning saying, "Expect to die a lot," which we did. So, and then I've been playing Force Showdown, which is actually behind me right now. I'm putting that up every Saturday, just one episode a week. The game is super fun. It's great. You guys watching the one in the background, I die like pretty much the first arena, and it's really sad. And a new game that I played today that you guys don't know
I
about.
was just like, oh, that's where Bow Guy came from and Snake Man.
Yes.
Like, that was that game.
They all technically come from Forced. Forced Showdown, which is what's behind me, is an iterative from Forced. So they
I sent you an email with a picture, so you should be seeing that shortly.
an email with a picture. All right.
Yes.
So one of the other games that I've played today, actually, there's the picture. What is this? All right. I didn't get a picture. Oh, it's loading. Oh, where the fuck did you find those?
Somewhere.
Umbreon and Espeon? What's the one under
Yeah.
it? What's the one under it?
It was fucking like, I don't know, something dumb. I think it was I don't know. I just saw those two. I'm like, oh well. I'm
Dude, it's got-
surprised you didn't.
Shiny Eevees? I'm going to check Amazon when the
Mm-hmm.
podcast is over. Actually, I'm going to Bangor this weekend. I'll pick it up then. I'll buy them both. Fuck it. Open them up on the channel and everything. Don't care. Instant relapse. It's like, ah!
Right.
Um,
Hey, did you see that new crack they made? What? New crack?
What?
Gets you extra high.
Yeah, I'm super
Makes your
psyched
dick
now.
feel like it's 10 inches long.
Dude, it
Look
comes
out.
with pins and everything. Why did you show me this?
Guess I knew it was
Oh.
going to do that to you.
No. You're the worst. A game that I played today, Pyre, Pyre. It's the newest game
Let me
from...
guess.
It's
Is it a card game?
It's not a card game.
Oh fuck!
What?
I don't believe you. I'm gonna look this up.
It's the newest
Pyre.
game from
I don't
Super
either.
Giant
It's
Games.
gotta have cards somewhere.
The developers of Bastion
Fuck
and
that.
Transistor. And
Okay.
the game is spectacular. It is a party system. It's a party battle system that. So basically, it's all old school. There's story-driven stuff. You wake up, you meet a
Oh,
bunch of
that's
people.
Crazy.
It's awesome. And the combat it's literally like soccer. It's like blitzball, but top down kind of. Like, it is super cool. You have a ball in the middle of the arena, and the goal is for your team to get the ball into the other player's goal, and that deals damage to them, and the winner gets to move on to the next star, which is inside of the universe. And the gimmick is that you can only control one party member at a time. That party member is the one that either A is currently holding the ball or the character you are trying to go get the ball. Each character also has special moves and abilities, and you can equip talismans to give them special perks. I played it for about an hour today. The story so far is super intriguing. It is really good. The characters are awesome. The music is spectacular. And it's great. It's literally get the ball, and you play literally like soccer. Just you throw the ball. Like, you run into the middle, both teams go to get the ball, and you can fling it to your character. When you throw it to your other character, that character then can take the ball. So, like, it plays where each character has a unique ability. Some of them sprint faster, some of them jump. You can throw the ball. So, like, if you're close but you're going to, like, slide by the goal, you can actually hold the button and throw the ball into it. Like, it's really, really cool, and it's a blast. Like, I had a really good time. You can literally, in the video, you can hear me do some awful, awful voices. It is the worst.
As usual.
It
so
looks
much
pretty cool.
It's so much fun to just ruin what could be a potentially good voice. But
So when's that going up?
it'll go up Friday. I don't think I can get it rendered tonight. I'd love to get it rendered tonight, but I think it's going to go up today, the day the podcast goes up. If I can get it ready, it'll go up yesterday, which is Thursday. Would be ideal, but I don't know. It's rendering now, but it's also got a couple other things rendering. But the best part is the main voice actor, the one who narrates like what's going on with the Battle of the Rights, is the bear from Pit People.
No shit.
Yes, shit.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh my god.
And
That's amazing.
So good. The game it's fantastic. I pre-ordered it.
I miss that guy.
I do too.
So funny.
He's
I can't
definitely.
wait. Is that game like fucking finished yet or what?
It's not.
God damn it.
I think it's end of year is their goal. I know they added more side quests and they added, I think, another chunk of story, but I don't know. I can't wait to finish that series up with you when it's finally ready.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun.
But yeah, Pyre was fantastic. If you haven't checked it out or seen anything about it, I highly recommend watching my video of it. Jim Sterling also has got a video over on his channel, and Northern Lions got a video over on his channel as well. So those are all some great sources to go check out the game if you think I'm bad. So there's that.
Looking it up on their channels right now.
Yeah. Keep the dislikes away. You know, I got disliked by other people. You guys can take the 2 you put on the video away now. You guys can do that in good conscience.
No.
I did. That's why you're at 5 and not 6.
So, yeah, I think Pyre is fantastic. I'm going to keep playing it. And then Slime Rancher is coming out so soon. I'm so excited for that.
Yeah. I'm gonna play that. That's gonna be my chill game.
Yeah.
When I get fucking just absolutely bullshit pissed at something, I'm just gonna suck little slimes into a tube and
I'm glad you
collect
said
their
that.
shit.
Imprison them
It's gonna
for
be
life.
Incredible. Yeah, give me your fucking feces, you pink bastard.
I can't wait. I'm super excited for that. So that's really all I've been playing on my channel. It's a lot of stuff. I wrapped up Dead Cells. I'm not playing that anymore. I'm done with it for now. I made it to the final boss for the 3rd time.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's hard. He's mean. I did not beat him. I really hate ending a series where I haven't completed everything I was like supposed to do in the series. but the game's not done yet. It's not doing well on my channel, so I'm gonna come back to it when it comes out later this year, similar to what I did with Slime Rancher. And I ended Monster Slayers as well. That was a sad one. So that game was fantastic, and it sucks that the developers bought their music, and it's just a real bummer. I love playing the game, but it sucks that out of the 41 episodes I put up, like 23 of them have been claimed. It's just, and I can't figure out why. I figured if I turn the music all the way down and like, it still got claimed, so I put the music back on. Yeah. Random videos.
Here's like claimed. One piano key. It's just like, oh, that's my song. You can't use that.
I don't.
I own E minor.
I was gonna say E minor too.
So yeah, it's a lot of Mini Masters and Duelist right now. So that's really what I'm focusing on. They're great games.
Oh
so.
Fuck! Did I talk about the Destiny 2 beta last time?
No, you did not.
That was the thing I played. No, because it came out after. It was.
Yeah, how was the Destiny 2 beta?
It was pretty decent. So
super hype. I played decent.
Yeah, it was okay. I didn't play a lot. I played the story mission once, the strike once, and then I did one Crucible map. I was gonna go back in, but I felt satisfied. I'm like, all right, yeah, I think it's gonna be good. That I'm like, I feel confident that I don't have to cancel my pre-order. We can go ahead. I'll play it when it comes out. Some people just went fucking balls deep in that thing, man. Like, it's like just crazy. Like, you have one story mission, one strike, and 2 Crucible maps, and people like fucking put like 20 to 40 hours in this shit. It was just retarded. It plays great. You know, it's very much Destiny. There were things that I noticed that people talked about that played it, the demo at the E3 show, where like the jump sounds sound different, and you wouldn't think that throws you off, but it's just one of those minor things. You're just like, whoa, like you get so used to things sounding the same. It mechanically is basically the same. The gunplay is still great. The added character abilities, I liked the Titan. You know, he throws up a little shield, so you can either do like a really big shield that completely like blocks you out, or you make a little barricade that you can crouch behind and like shoot people, and every time you duck down, it instantly reloads your guns. It was the strike was all right. It felt very like Destiny 1 bullet spongy. It took a long fucking time to kill him, but the mechanic was pretty good, so I don't know if it's going to be a
mechanic.
Yeah, so like it's like basically a three-stage fight. So you start out, you know, shooting him on a platform. The platform disappears. You drop down. You gotta make sure you jump right before you hit, because you'll fucking die if you don't, which I found out like every single time. And then and then like, you know, he like certain areas of the floor, you know, will blow up if you stand on it. Ads come out. The next stage, you're on like an island where if you go outside of it, you'll die. His mechanics changed a little bit, so it was a very interactive fight. Started out real slow. I'm just like, well, this is dumb. I'm just like pouring bullets into his fucking head the whole time, and then it just kind of it built up. But it was very long. It took a long time to kill him. I died a lot. I was very embarrassed by that play, but I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing it again. So this is it. You can watch me just get fucking ate by the lava boss about 20 times. Crucible felt really good. I think the match I played, I got one super, and it was at the very end. So it was amazing not to die from just fucking supers, grenade bullshit, you know, sniper rifles.
They reduced all the cooldowns for PvP.
They just reduced them in general. Like even PvE, like you don't get it. Like that's one of the things I liked a lot was supers felt like supers. Like it takes a while to build up, and when you get it, you're just like, yeah, fuck yeah, here I go. You know, you pull out the Captain America shield, and you know it felt really good. The power weapons, you know, I didn't play around with a lot. Like you start out with a shotgun and the grenade launcher. I mean, they felt good. Like PvE wise, like you get ammo on a regular basis, not a big deal. Crucible map, like it spawns frequently, but only one person can get it. So, like if you're nearby or if you want to coordinate, I'm sure you can do that. Like so, one person's gonna get it. And like I said, it was nice to just focus on like the main weapons because you basically have two primaries now. One's a kinetic, one's a energy weapon, so you can change that up. But it takes a lot longer to, not a lot longer, but it takes a little bit longer to kill somebody. So you have to actually like fucking aim and know what you're doing. The map it was on was pretty small, and there's a lot more like team gunplay, which I don't know how I feel about it yet. So a lot of times when you die, it's because like 3 people are shooting at you versus like one-on-one gunfights. Could have been just the map, but we'll see how that plays out. But it was nice to just focus on the guns and not your sticky grenades and super abilities the whole time. So it feels really good. It feels like a polished Destiny. The the classes, I don't know how I feel. It's just like because there's no choice in it anymore. Like pretty much like you get a couple. It's kind of like the same. Like you get a couple different jumps. You can choose between your two like character ability slots, different grenades, and then kind of A/B archetype of like basically like with the Titan it was like a more defensive one or the more offensive one, and you can only play one in the demo. So it kind of sucks they don't have some sort of customization, but we'll see. Stuff like that. So I am kind of worried long term how it's going to be because you don't like because they changed the way the gun perks work now. So like legendaries have set perks, like pretty much. So when you get a certain type of gun, there's no random rolls on anymore. It's just like these are the perks they get. There are mods, but I don't know how much those are going to play out yet. I just worry long term it's not going to have a lot of staying appeal because that was a big thing of Destiny was just continually going back to try to get like the god roll weapon or try new stuff out or get different things. So I worry it's just going to be a lot more casual, a lot more like you're going to get your stuff and then that's it. It's just like, well, I can't really progress anymore. I'm hopeful. I think it's going to be just fine. I don't think it's going to be the second coming of Jesus like we initially thought and hoped, but I think it's going to do a lot better launch-wise than Destiny 1 and probably has a lot better basis to build off of. They won't have to work as hard to kind of make it a decent game.
I still haven't pre-ordered it.
I mean, I'm not going to force you.
I'm looking forward to it. I just haven't gotten around. I'm still torn on whether or not I'm going to pick up the new system. So
yeah, you got to fucking spend $200 on imaginary cards, not
priorities, man. Priorities.
Yeah,
and I got to go drop 40 on 2 fucking boxes for Espeon and Umbreon now. I mean,
you'll have to.
Yes, I do. Crack's addictive.
Yeah, it is. That's why people smoke it.
I can quit anytime I want. I just don't want to.
Right. Yeah.
It's like anytime like I'm in a vicinity of a store that sells cards, I have this compulsion to go look at their cards. Every time I go to a Walgreens, they have like 3 packs of Pokemon cards there. Nobody ever buys them. They're just there. And every time I walk by and I'm like,
I haven't.
I bet you
like,
there's
I'm
something
actually
in there.
surprised. Like I haven't had the itch.
No?
And
What about
like
the
selling
new,
cards has
what about
felt
the new
really
set
good.
coming
Like
out?
dude, I can't. Like I just realized like that's basically just I might as well throw money in the fucking toilet. Like I'm gonna get more mileage out of that watching it spin around for 30 seconds than just hoping a pack is gonna like just reach around, give me a quick hand job, and then that's it. Because the best part about that whole shit is just opening the pack and not knowing where it can get. Like I don't give a fuck after I have the card. Like I'm not gonna do anything with it. I don't pull them out every day and like look at all my shiny shit.
I do. Every once in a while, I pull them down and look.
I don't. Like I was going through, I'm like, I completely forgot I had that.
Yeah, I know. You forget
I don't even know where mine are.
Before you sell your cards, can I at least have first dibs on them? Like, is that a thing I can offer? Like, give me first dibs.
If you want to pay the price.
I mean,
You want this? This fucking shiny bitch. You remember that?
I think I have
You
that.
don't have it? I don't think you do.
I think I do.
I think you have the other one.
I think I might have the normal art. But I'm not attached to secret rares.
I don't know. I'll bring him in tomorrow if you want to buy me fucking hot dogs and shit. I might be able to part with some, but I really don't have a lot of attachment anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. I want to bring them in right away. Sell them. I gotta pick up the Umbreon kit now and see what I get from that high, and then maybe. So you guys ready to jump into some news?
I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you excited? All right. News topic number 1. Can I please start with this?
I don't give a fuck what you start with. It's
Pokemon
all...
Fuckfest.
Yeah, that was
Niantic.
what
It
a
was a
shit
fuck
show
fest.
that was.
That was the biggest gangbang ever.
It is the release of their game.
Dry fucking.
The only difference was they charged people to show up and then said it won't work.
Right. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
20,000 people show up to Pokemon Go Fest. 20,000 people can't connect to Pokemon Go Fest. 20,000 people get upset. 20,000 people boo the CEO on stage. Way to go, Niantic.
It's a lot of people, bro. You ever seen 20,000 people in one place? It's fucking
To be
crazy.
fair,
I have at every Trump
I'm not
speech.
defending them. That's true. I'm not defending them, but they did get in touch with the carriers that had towers in the area and tell them this event is happening. Do you think maybe we should have some wireless hotspots and shit? And most of them said, nah, our towers can handle it.
Yeah, but I had this argument with Cam the other day. Like, it doesn't matter. Or no, it was Razor that I freaked out on. Like, it doesn't matter if you went and said, "Hey guys, we need extra spots. Maybe bump your towers up a little bit for this frequency." Like, the amount of people we're gonna have here, it's like Niantic should have like done something, because if the people weren't gonna do it, they should have
had their own like Wi-Fi like little cage area. Like, we've set up like a hotspot the size of like the USS Enterprise over here. Here's the code. Like, it's only active for like whatever the time of the event, and then it like shuts down. So like only those people. It's just like 20,000 fucking people in one spot doing all this shit. Like, so it wasn't just like the cell phone coverage. It was also their servers. That was another big issue. Was like Niantic servers like fucking pooped themselves because it affected like everybody like worldwide. Apparently at the time that was just happening, like it was just going to shit. They were just very unprepared, and
Shocker.
You know, in their whole like, I find it funny. Like, what did they give them? They gave them like
$100 in Pokecoins.
Which hey, so like when FYI, when companies do this, they don't lose any fucking money by giving you space bucks. Like, this is not real currency, so they could give you 1,000. Doesn't really fucking matter to them.
And they
like,
refunded.
I find it funny. They gave you like. All right, so that's the. Did they?
They refunded the ticket.
Yeah, they refunded the ticket.
The problem.
Okay, that's good.
The problem with the tickets was a lot of people bought them from scalpers, so people paid 10 times. So people spent $200 to get these tickets.
People flew in from fucking like Europe and shit for this.
Like,
just,
they spent
like, can you refund my fucking plane ticket?
$100 for it.
But they got a free Lugia.
Yeah, they got a Cloud Pokemon, they got Cloud Bucks, and they got a $20 refund for their ticket. And they probably spent anywhere from $200 to $1,500 on airfare. Then they spent anywhere from $200 to $1,500 on room and board and food.
Probably better than your shit.
Like,
I can actually. Yeah, it's just I mean, that was a shit. It's one of those things like 2020. Obviously, you should have been like, yeah, that's a bad idea. Like, this company does not have a good track record of like doing stuff that was. I don't know if it says in this article, but like what was their game that was basically Pokemon Go without Pokemon before?
It was
some weird name.
Yeah, so they had like a similar thing where they had like
that's it.
Yes. So they had like a big event kind of like this, where it's like, hey, get together and like look for the dildo treasure, whatever that game was based on. And like same thing happened. Like it just like shit itself, and like they just like, oh well, you know, we've already made like a fucking $1 billion, so you can really just, you know, eat the lawnmower man's dick. I don't really care. Like, peace out.
It's
It's
Dave?
just I feel bad for the Pokemon Go fans because like they had like the biggest hard on I've ever seen for this. Like just seeing like this stuff, like people are just like, you know, people are fucking traveling like across the world to go to this, and you know, the idea of getting like 20,000 people together for like this, you know, community event, getting together to not only help themselves, but then, you know, it's going to unlock different things for like the worldwide community. Like, you know, you're affecting everybody and helping everybody out by doing this, and it just fucking didn't work. And, you know, wasted like, you know, like you start to think of like, all right, how many people took like time off work, you know, spent all this, like you said, like room and board, airfare, all this shit to go to here, like 100 like fucking Pokecoins and a refunded ticket, and a Lugia is not going to really make up for like, you know, a broken heart. Like you don't rape somebody in the ass and throw them a wet nap and say like, oh, I guess we're solid now.
Yeah, it's
Peace out, Boy Scout.
the
Like it's just
the worst part is this is something that these fans, it's something that even I looked forward to. Like Niantic has been talking about doing like world events. It was in the first trailer. They showed Mewtwo flying around Japan. Like that is what they sold this fucking game on. And a year later, it finally comes. They're like, we're finally going to do it. We're going to do the legendary event. We're going to get it. Why they did it in America, which has the worst internet in the world, whether it's via satellite or like basic Wi-Fi or anything, worst internet in the world. Like why they did it there and not in somewhere like Tokyo. But the simple fact of the matter
not
is
America.
they've been teasing this for a year. They've been saying they're going to give legendary, you're going to be able to battle with your friends. Like, and they like a year. They had a year to plan and get this right. And they fucked it up. Like, and I don't understand. Like, I was talking to Razor, and he's still, like, avidly talking about the game like Niantic didn't do anything wrong and blaming it on the cell phone companies. It's like,
dude, if you're
Niantic-
watching this, like, fucking, like, wake the fuck up. Like, this is shit we always talk about. Is like, you can't let, when a game company fucks up and like fucks you in the ass, like just basically bitch slaps the community, like you need to like say like, no, this is fucked up. Like you can't treat us like this. You don't defend them because you like the game. Like you can still like the game. That doesn't, you know, that does affect it. That's fine. But like when you blatantly get fucked in the ass, you don't turn around and go, well, hey, can you at least get me a Twinkie?
yeah,
Like, I mean, that's like Blizzard fandom right there. I'm just like, no, they didn't do anything wrong. This is just amazing. It's like, no, dude, like, some fucked up shit. Like, next time they do this, they need to make sure it's right. Because people are, you know, like, this community wants to do something and do something good, and you just, like, shat all over them.
yeah, it didn't work.
I don't know how you could defend that. Like, what the fuck? Did they do anything right? Did they really do anything right?
They didn't. Their
pulled
own
some
servers
PR
were messed
bullshit.
up.
Because they knew if they didn't at least give something back, like that would have been, you know, the fucking biggest shitstorm of all time. If they just, like, literally just didn't give you a refund or anything, that would have been a lot worse. Like, that's a PR move. Like, when you get a refund, that's because they're trying to save face. Like, it's got
Right.
nothing to do with you and your feelings and your time. It's just like, you know, like, here's blood money, essentially. It's just like, shut the fuck up and keep on catching, bro.
Yeah, it's, I don't know. And giving an in-game currency is one of the lowest forms of saving face, because when you give somebody a digital currency, the whole point of a digital currency is to get you hooked on spending that digital currency so that you'll buy more. So like,
I wonder why they give it away.
right, that's why the first sample is free, or they give you a cheaper.
There's no like Pokecoin mint out there. They can give as much shit out as they want. It's not going to affect anything.
It's, I don't know. I don't understand how anybody can defend what happened.
Watching
And
this, Razor, just wake the fuck up. It's not right.
It's not.
I can stand up for yourself.
It's not right
You're
at
an
all.
independent woman. and you can vote, you can do all this type of shit now. You don't have to stand out for this.
I don't know. I've heard it from so many like you hear it all over the internet too. Like people are like, well, Niantic didn't do anything wrong. They tried to get the cell phone companies.
That's fucking Blizzarditis right there.
Yeah,
that's that type of shit of like when you're just so blind to. It's I don't know. It's like this weird nostalgia type of effect where it's just like, no, there's nothing wrong. Like, it's almost like the same thing like when somebody's like in an abusive relationship, like they just like, no, nothing's wrong. Like, you know, he fucking throws me down the stairs and like puts me in a bathtub full of cement, but we love each other. Everything's all right. It's just like you get in this weird like mindset of just like, no, everything's good. Like it's fine. Everybody
Your references are the best ever.
Dude, I've been listening to some crazy shit today, so
it's either pushing women downstairs or getting fucked in the ass.
Hey.
It's like, honey, I'm home. So yeah, I'd love to know. We'd all love to know you guys' thoughts and opinions. Razor, I'd better see a fucking comment from you down there. Yeah. Like, just let us know what you guys think about the whole thing with Pokemon Go Fest. Were you there? We'd love to know your thoughts and opinions.
Yeah, that'd be amazing. There. I would love to know a first-person perspective of that.
But yeah, we'd love to know your thoughts, your opinions, and whether you think that Niantic is to blame. I mean, yes. People have been defending Niantic now for an entire year, and frankly, I don't understand how they can keep getting away with it when they raked in $1 billion. I mean, yep. You can't rent some Wi-Fi for a day?
Right.
Like, a day?
You can fucking make your own internet company of that type of money. Like, Jesus Christ.
Run the fucking fiber yourself. Like,
right? You could buy out Chicago, just like, yeah, like no internet for the rest of you for like 6 hours or whatever.
Yeah, like,
just,
I don't know.
Jesus Christ. Okay, I will say, if you're in that situation, it's hard because, you know, people are sheep. So when you get in this mob mentality and somebody's, you know, the chanting stuff and throwing stuff on stage, you know, it crosses that kind of, there is a line you need to be careful of when you just like, you know, if you're unhappy, dude, just like walk the fuck out. Like, you don't have to sit there and throw shit at people, degrade them. Like, you know, if you really want to, like, that's when you like would hurt them. Actually, it's just like walk out, uninstall the fucking game, and tell everybody to not play it anymore. Like,
right.
Just booing and just being a fucking dink about it, you know, that's not, you know, that just makes you look like an ass.
Right. Take your ball and go home. Don't take it out.
Exactly. Like, fucking throw it at the car.
Yeah, you should never incite violence over anything. At the end of the day, it's still fucking
it's
game.
A fucking stupid Pokemon app. Like, is it really worth like doing that? Like, it's just like, again, it's like I don't understand the mentality of like, well, I'm really upset. It's like, then go the fuck home.
Right.
What
Apparently,
are you doing there?
People did start trying to go home, and there was a 20-minute
like,
wait
push them out, like,
to get out the gates. Like, it took 20 minutes to get out. So not only did they lose
you know what you do in that situation? You shit your pants. Because nobody wants you around there, and they're going to push you right the fuck out as soon as possible. You may lose a pair of pants, but...
And I mean, if they still won't get out of your way, just reach your hand down in there and just put it right in their face and be like, get the fuck out of my way. Get the fuck out of my way.
I would
this is not peanut butter.
I would pay to see somebody do that. Just run through a crowd with shit all over their hand. Just,
you need to live in the city for about a month. You'll see it.
Yeah, that's true.
At people while you're
like,
doing
like it's really nothing that surprising.
I mean,
that guy's got shit on his head.
It was held in Chicago, so I mean, that's probably as soon as you got off the plane, you were already experiencing that.
Right.
So,
that's very true. Yep.
So we'd love to know your thoughts and opinions on the topic. And also we'd love to know your thoughts and opinions on any of the games we've played. What's your thoughts and opinions on any of those?
Anything.
In the comment section down below. Come on, people,
I would
comment.
Love like if somebody could like start quoting all my fucking crazy analogies, because I don't know what I say half the time. So like if I could read back some of the shit I say, I would very much enjoy that.
It's so.
If you're feeling spicy, you could put timestamps in too, so we can make a maybe a montage. I think that'd be pretty funny.
Oh man,
that terrifies me.
So sadly, I'm gonna have to cut out really early out of this.
Really early. I thought we had a
Really
good
early.
timeline.
Yeah,
Damn.
kind of.
Kind of.
All right. Well,
Took a
Move around.
long time to get to the news.
it's really early now.
Yeah.
Now.
I'll allow it.
Wow.
All right. Well, thank you for making it this week. It's been a blast.
Yeah, welcome back.
Welcome back.
Yes.
Saved me and
Everybody
Fino
go-
from talking
go-
about fucking horrible childhood memories for an hour. About how we were basically shit on by everybody.
But
I
that
do
sounds
not
like
wanna
fun
relive
too.
that. No.
But- Yeah, everybody, you can go ahead and go to my channel that hasn't been updated in 4 weeks. I have 92 videos, and by the time you get through watching those, maybe I'll upload another one. So
That
On
was
that
a really
note-
good. I like that. That was a good. That was a really good plug.
If you go watch
I've
all
got-
92, maybe
I've
I'll
got
put
all this
something
shit.
up.
By the time you get through that, there's gonna
I'll
be.
tell you
something.
what,
Quit
if I see
bitching.
like an extra 5 views on every single video that I have on my channel, that incentivize me to start uploading.
That's a lot.
That is a lot.
I know.
I barely
With
get
our
5
audience,
views on my
that's a lot
stuff.
to ask for, sir.
Never gonna happen.
That's a lot to
Thank-
ask of our wives, girlfriends, and very close friends. I guess nobody here has a girlfriend. What am I saying? Our wives,
Our
and
wives.
our friends.
All right.
Wow, yeah, that's true. All right then.
Well, thank you very much,
Yeah.
Mr.
Welcome
Disaster
back.
Dave. Check out his channel. It will be in the featured section here on my channel, and
Fuck up your act.
it will also be down in the description box below, along with it will be at the end of this video in a little blue thingy you can click. So, all kinds of ways to find Dave.
Yep.
So, thank you very much, Dave. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
What the fuck is that? What the fuck was that? See, now his box is gonna sit on my screen.
It looked like a gripper exerciser with a butt plug on the end. I was very confused. Jesus. All right.
So now I
Well,
got
that
this
was-
box that's gonna sit here with his logo on it for the rest of the pot. Oh, it's gone. Oh crap! Resizing. Oh god.
You're huge.
He ruined
I must be
everything.
huge. Now,
Now
you can
there's-
really see my shit.
Now there's that really grody ass shit color behind the box that I was trying to hide. It's back. It's back. All right. So now we're gonna dive right on into some more news. We're gonna dive into
Like Dave just wasn't even here. We're just gonna fucking keep on going and just pretend he was just a figment of our imagination.
right. That's the plan.
He's not a real person, people. Like, you know, he's a hologram.
He's not a real. Wait, what?
That's why he hasn't made any new videos in so long. The
He
fucking-
doesn't actually exist.
his,
You just broke podcast meta. Like Dave doesn't exist. He's just
Yeah,
imaginary.
I think people don't really like. He's dead. All right, so we recorded all this shit a long time ago, and we're like, how can we honor the memory of Dave? We'll make a podcast, and we basically write a script that's around these old responses he had. Like,
Yeah.
he's actually like, if you really listen, he's not actually engaged in anything we talk about. We've actually very cleverly constructed a whole program around, you know, like an old clipping.
Right.
So, yep.
And Razor.
Whenever his last
Can-
Persona video was up, that's when he fucking shit.
That's-
like,
yeah.
hit the can, man. He's dead.
4 weeks
Sorry.
ago. That was it. Coincidentally,
You
it's
should,
when he.
you should start a Patreon for the memory of Disaster Dave. If you want to create like a, I don't know, like some sort of a charity to support you and me in our podcasting
Yeah.
adventures.
All the time it takes to edit Dave into all of the stuff. It's only right that we get something.
It's why I
out.
have After Effects, is just to try to make a realistic Disaster Dave.
Right. It's perfect.
Jesus.
For Honor,
All right. Yes.
back in the news
So did-
again. Back
Did
in
you know that
the fake
apparently
news.
Trump is in charge of For Honor because it's all the bad news is fake news.
All the bad news is fake news. So I'm gonna let you take this one, Zudude, where For Honor is
Yeah.
your regret of 2017. So if you
Yeah. You ever have like a bad relationship with a chick that all your friends are just like, dude, you gotta stop hanging out with her. She's not good for you. And you're like, no, I love her. She's amazing. And then, I don't know, she fucks a couple guys in the back alley, and you realize it's not good, and you break up, and then a couple months down the road, you're just like, wow, that was a crazy bitch. And I'm glad I got out of that. That's how I feel about For Honor. So the game.
Have you been there? Is
like,
that a scenario? But hold on, back up a little bit. Have you lived that? Like, that is like some...
I haven't. I've known people that have lived very similar things.
The emotion in your tone
them.
when you're going through that. Like,
I mean, I've dated some fucking crazy bitches, but nothing to that extent. But yeah, so there's a little truth in there. That's why it felt very real, because you dated some people for a lot longer than I should have, and my friend is just like, "Thank God you got the fuck out of that." I'm like, "Yes."
I never had that problem. I lucked out.
Yes, you did, you bitch. I really wish I met my wife just from the time I was 18. It would have made things so much better.
Right in high school.
What can we do?
I wasn't even 18. I was 17.
Fucking, you're almost a Mormon. Jesus.
Whoa! Pew, 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 pew.
Yeah. So, For Honor. That's where back in. So, as we know, very early on in For Honor's career, the player base just fucking died. Like, really, just like dropped off very rapidly.
Yeah, dropped by 95%.
Yeah, look, like that's like accounts. Like, I know Steam like just fucking shit itself, but as far as PC, you had Steam and Ubisoft's abortion of a game app that you could play it on. So, Steam can't account for that, or PlayStation and Xbox. But whatever this is, just one of them or all of them combined, it's lost 95%, which is a huge percentage of the player base. And it was released in March. So we're looking at like half a year, and it's literally like dead.
Not even. That's
like
only,
their games are fucking like.
That's only 4 months.
It's like 5. Fuck yeah.
It's July. It's only 4 months, man. It
is. Wow. So, anyways, so every week the devs of For Honor do like a Twitch stream about the community changes, yada yada yada. So apparently, in the recent one, they basically called reports of the player base dwindling fake news. Nothing's wrong with the player base, everything's fine, and like which is just shit. Like, I don't know why they would even think of this. That's why I referenced Trump, because this seems like a very Trump thing to say. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here. Why?
Your camera froze on my end. You were in a very peculiar facial expression.
I'm in a box.
We're good. Okay. So, yeah, it was basically just like somebody says like, "Hey, what are you going to do about the player base dwindling?" And they're like, "No, that's fake news. Everything's fine." And like, for me personally, from somebody who really wanted that game to succeed and had, like, blatantly, I had a lot of fun. Like, my time with it, I enjoyed it. I thought it had the potential to be a really great game. It was kind of a new genre. Had some really good things, had a lot of shitty things that I felt could have just been fixed. If they actually put the time into balancing it, making some changes, it could have been a really good game. But they just blatantly said, "No, we just want to make fucking microtransactions and fuck you out of your money." And the fact that they tackled this like this and basically said, "No, that's fake news. That's not true." Where there's like the figure saying, "No, like a lot of people aren't playing it." Like, the Steam numbers are, it's like what? Barely 1,500 players.
It doesn't
on
even
Steam.
make the list of 100 most played games on Steam.
It is a triple fucking A game. Like, it should have something. Like, it's low. Like, the numbers don't lie, and you can see it in the community. Like, you don't really see anybody playing it, and it just shows that just how they handle it, how they've handled the balancing, microtransactions, how they treat the community. Basically, just they've kind of always done this. From, like, I'm actually not surprised now, like, looking back at how when people say like, "Oh, like, this is unbalanced," they're just like, "No, it's fine. You just don't really know how to play this character or compete against it." And it's like, fuck you, dude. People have put like 100 hours into this. I'm pretty sure they know what is balanced and unbalanced. Like, when you watch a tournament and everybody uses the same fucking character, and it's the most boring shit to watch because it's just very bland gameplay that wins the match. Like, you need to make some changes. And they've been very like, they just deny anything that's wrong with it. And very like, just almost like juvenile, like, no, there's nothing wrong. That's all a lie. It's hearsay. It's
Fake
just
news.
It's disappointing that they treat it like that and like use that excuse instead of just saying like I don't know what you could have said. Obviously, like, you know, your PR department's not going to really probably let you say like, yeah, it's fucking dying. You should probably, you know, get to the boat soon, but don't make up like a blatant lie and like blame people for your failure. You know, you had something good and you fucked it up. You should just own it, and if you really cared, you would start working towards making it better. Like, I kind of hope this would have the same effect or same thing that Rainbow Siege 6 had, where that started out pretty poor, but they continued to put time into it, built it up, and then, you know, I think they treated the community a lot better, and the community helped that game grow, and it's actually, you know, it's still going pretty strong. Like, I see it regularly on Twitch, people making videos on it, people have fun with it, and that's because they kind of put the time in to fix it. The Frostbite community, where like, that's not happening, and it's really just a shame. Where you have this, you know, in a landscape of very samey AAA titles, like no really new stuff is really coming out anymore or taking risks. You know, this wasn't really a risk, but it was kind of a new thing. It could have started something new, create a new genre, but they just, I don't know if it's because it's Ubisoft or what, but they just, you know, screwed the pooch. And it's just sad. And it's just, you know, I'm glad I'm not really part of the For Honor community anymore to just have dealt with this, you know, firsthand.
On the topic of For Honor, have you heard of a game called Absolver?
I think I have.
I saw this game pop up on
that
Steam
was,
the other day.
I
And
think I remember hearing about it. Yes, I heard about it. Like, this was at like when the roller coaster For Honor was starting to go down. People were just, you know, they would talk about that. Like, well, I might as well play. You know, this is basically like For Honor, and it probably doesn't have any of this bullshit.
Yeah, it comes out August 29th.
I don't really know, like, so like with that, like, it's kind of the art style kind of throws me off.
Really?
Like, that was one of
really
the things
good.
that really. It's not bad, but it's kind of like, so one of the things I loved about For Honor was the visuals of it. You know, the knights, Viking, samurai, like the different equipment you get. It was very, you know, realistic with a little bit of stylized effect of like all the armor and, you know, how you played. It was, you know, it was yeah, what was that show? Deadliest Warrior. Like, you ever watch that where it's like, what would happen if like a ninja versus a pirate? It was like very much in that vein of like just kind of crazy ass fighting. So yeah, I like to feel like it wasn't so much the gameplay. The gameplay was pretty basic, and I think if they, again, handled it better, had a better team on it, they could have made it like, it basically didn't have like a very high skill cap. Like, kind of what you got, like, most of the people were almost on the same level, and it came down to these very like niche, like top level reads and mind games to make somebody play. But it got pretty boring once. If you had two people who really know what the fuck they were doing, it, you know, not a lot happened. Which in other fighting games doesn't really happen because it's designed to make you do something at some point. Like, somebody's gonna die, whereas For Honor, shit could get dragged out. So, but I did like the kind of style of it. So, I mean, that might be something to check out, but I think for kind of genres like that, you need somebody to carry the flag for it. And I think For Honor, if anything, tarnishes, like, if anybody wants to do something like this, now you have that connection to For Honor, even if it's like a different company. You know, you have to relate to something. So if like this Absolver game comes out, people say it's going to be kind of like For Honor, and there's always that negative
Connotation.
Yes, that's the word that, you know, has with it. So we'll see, but, you know, fuck that game.
So, are you
It's
ever
just-
going to go back to For Honor, or are you done? Have you got rid of the game? Do you still own it?
I will
Or-
never say never. It's uninstalled. Obviously, I still have my account and shit, so if I want to, I can just re-download it. But that game,
So
we
you
have
bought
to
it
make
on
the
PC?
yes.
Oh, so you got
So
really
that-
fucked.
Yeah, I did. Very much. Very much. But I mean, it would have to make the craziest 180. Like, I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's like on the level of we fired the old team, brought in all new people, and like completely redesigned a bunch of this shit. And
That really worked well for Mass
that's
Effect.
money. Yeah, right. Yeah, let's put the fucking D team on it and see what happens. We'll be make Anthem. You know, I mean, that's what it's gonna take. Like, I will not like actively look at it. You know, seeing like, oh, what kind of change they made. But like, if I basically a lot of the like channels I kind of watch now did do a little bit for Honor. So so that's gonna be kind of my indication. If I see other people saying like, oh, shit, they made all these changes, it's pretty good, then I'll go check it out. But I'm definitely not gonna go on my own ever. Like, and like it's gonna have to be some crazy changes to make me change my mind.
Cool. I never played
Yeah,
it.
I guess
Never
so.
intended on playing it.
I can't see you playing it.
It's not my cup of tea. I'm more of a methodical player. I'd rather take my time and try to figure stuff out than react. Minion Masters is as fast as I can react.
The one thing that that game nailed was, at least for me, it really made you feel like you were fighting somebody in this style. You know, like you have your shield, but like it's not like bang 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 like fight. Like you timing it, making sure you hit the like you have the different angles to hit from. So that a lot of like its best moments for me were like 1-on-1 where you're up against somebody, and you're just like, you're waiting for somebody to make the first move or like get in. It had that.
And there you have it, episode 20 of the Unwatchable podcast. We managed to make it 20 episodes or 19 episodes, I guess, without any real hiccups or issues. Thank you all very much for your patience with this episode. I still think it was great. I just wanted to say, feel free to go swing by Zoodude's channel, swing by Dave's channel, and enjoy some of the content here on my channel. If you're new here, please feel free to check them out. They're in the description box below, and they're featured to the side of my channel. Really, I just wanted to pop in at the end of the podcast and to say, what you're all expecting. Thank you all very much. And as always, till the next video. Oh, hey there. You made it to the end of my video. While you're here, why don't you hit the subscribe button, check out a recommended for you video, and maybe watch something next. Who knows? While you're here, also hit that like button and hit that little bell down there to get notifications for all the newest and greatest content from my channel. Thank you all very much, and we'll see you in the next video.